কলকাতার রবীন্দ্র তীর্থ ভবনে ন্যাশনাল এডুকেশন ফোরাম আয়োজিত একটি সেমিনার যার নাম শিক্ষা সাগর। ন্যাশনাল এডুকেশন ফোরামের যুগ্ম
Education is for man making. That's what Vivekananda said. I don't know how many of you have seen or read the book called India, My Eternal India. Anybody here? India, My Eternal India. I am raising my hand. I am the only one who read that book. Ask how many times I must have read it. 100 times. Because I did not understand it even now. And who is the author? Swami Vivekananda. And you are from his land. All of you should get that Ramakrishna Mission published. 13 pages of that talks about education. 13 pages of education. And when you read that and re-look at it, the new education policy what came, you will realize there is nothing new in the new education policy. Are you getting what I am saying? We are in a world where we talk about what today in India, which is the most discussed two disgusting things. Discussed. What do I call? I also gave a lot of lectures in new education policy. NEP, DrTPS, you will see me talking in different universities all across India. I was part of University Grants Commission as Academic Staff College Director. So my job was teaching professors in the universities. We have 52 academic staff colleges in which I was one of the directors. But then I keep saying, every class, there is nothing new in new education policy. Because, read Swami Vivekananda's 13 pages. India, My Eternal India. Please, read that once. As educators, as teachers, you must understand what was the vision of our great nation once upon a time. Or maybe Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan's vision on education. All these are same because we all derive it from the Upanishads. So we have something called Swahitam and then Swajanahitam. What is Swajanahitam? My relatives. Correct? I get some benefit from my relatives. I should also think about my relatives. Otherwise, we cannot grow. Once I have, I can start giving. If I don't have, what do I give? So I should have. The first is selfish. Then probably you can give it to somebody else. So nothing wrong in saying that I want. But then the I should go and it should go for everybody around. Yena kena prakarena yasya kasyapi dehinaha sandosham janayat prajna tadaivam ishvara pujanam. What you do, where do you do, how do you do, doesn't matter. Do something for somebody else. That will make somebody else happy. If you don't make somebody else happy, we become throughout selfish. But then we have got, I'm a professor of management. I'm an MBA, I was 2 years HOD of management department in JNT. We have got what is called the Maslow's law. Google all these technical terms which I'm saying. So we have got basic requirements. Basic requirements is I need roti, kapda, makan. After that, what is that next I want? Then our emotional things will start coming. When I have sufficient food, I want some company. And after some time, you will reach to a level where I will say, I don't want anything. But that level should come. That is spiritual growth. So first is physical, then emotional. If you look at kindergarten onwards, education is also like that. First 5 sensory organs they use start. Cause and effect, there is a great physics. My PhD is in mathematics but close to physics. Radiation is my subject. Blood flow in arteries and all I understand. Fluid mechanics is my subject. You have to touch and feel. Every child first goes and then touches a fire, understand it is hot. It touches mother's face and then say, yeah, this is my mother. Touch is good enough. We do a lot of such activities when I do programs for children. The mother and the kids are put, and then you exchange all the watches, bangles, everybody keep there, and then ask the child to close their eyes and then ask them to touch. Definitely they will catch their mother. It's not that external. They understand the temperature of mother. So there is an emotional touch. And you love people not because they look good, because it's my mother. Correct? Who is the most beautiful lady in the world? Your mother. I'm a PhD, MBA, LLB, it doesn't matter. My mother is my teacher. Mother taught me many things. And that is what guides me in my life. The physical aspects comes from my earning, but making of me comes from my. Correct or not? So that is why we call mother is the ultimate. But who taught my mother? So you are lucky if you get a grandmother. Correct or not? So I have an education system which is called the grandmother's education system, which is called the Grandma Child Care Shiksha Gurukula. What's it called? Shiksha is my trust. All of you have pen and paper, you write Shiksha. It is nothing but Shashi Kumar. SHA you take, put here, it will become SHA, SHI and K. That's my name on. Correct? I play with words. And I cannot repair Gitanjali. I must have told many times, don't call me sir. Unfortunately, Britishers started their colony in Kolkata. And Kolkata people cannot get out of sir. Cannot get out of people called madam. Britain themselves stopped calling. No sir title in Britain now. Once upon a time it was there for Sir C.V. Raman, Sir Isaac Newton. I also wish I had got a sir like that, right? They themselves stopped. But still we don't change. We are that colony, and I hate listening somebody calling me sir. I am DrTPS. Address me DrTPS. I must have told Gitanjali how many times I don't know. But that unconsciously comes. What comes? Don't you use this word? Unconsciously comes. And second time what do you say? I try to change, right? Can you try something and do it? Yes. Somebody said yes. You keep your telephone down on the floor. Try to pick it up. What will happen?
I have to bend down.
If you try to take it, you will never take it. You will only try. There is only two possibilities. Either you take it or don't take it. Understood what I am saying? One of the biggest problem among educators and students, we don't do in the department. Try to do is not there. Either we send a satellite or don't send satellite. That's it. Try to send a satellite is not there. Correct? Is there anything called a try in the world? No. Either do it or don't do it. I tried to take it means what? My hand should not move, right? Either I take it, no, I am not taking. I am trying to take it means I am inactive. Why do you want a nation to be inactive? Don't try to do it. Do it. Look at every word which you use. Very carefully look at it. We have to be conscious. Don't unconsciously do things. Consciously do things. We are consciously unconscious and unconsciously conscious. Correct? I keep saying I am uncomfortably comfortable and comfortably uncomfortable. That is how most of the people are living together in this world. I'm a psychotherapist. I've got a lot of patients. Biggest problem, married problems. Comfortably uncomfortable and uncomfortably comfortable. Are you happy going on like this? I keep saying, why are you going on like this? Stop this business of life. No. LIFE. Most of my books are on life. The earlier books what I wrote before fully getting into education is on life. This is my book which I wrote in Delhi when I was in Prime Minister's office. I was with Manmohan Singh for 2 years. So what did I do? Office nobody comes, no visitors, rarely some file comes. I have signed only 96 signature and for which I got maybe a lot of money. So I wrote a lot of poems and these are all Delhi poems. And your Ananda Bose, the governor, I gifted this book. And the first poem, when he was secretary there, I was in PM's office. So the first poem wasted his 1 day. Ask him if you get a chance to meet him. I am telling that not very far from his office, right? He will also see my video sometime. What is the poem? Millions of sperm from the father. Are you with me or not?
Yes.
Millions of sperm from the father get into the mother's egg and only one sperm take birth and that's me. I am talking medical science, right? Or biology. How many sperm did not take birth? Millions of them. And who are they? My unborn brothers and sisters. All of you raise your hands. Take it back and say, well done. This is a great life. This is how a scientist becomes a poet, write poems, right? I gifted this and then he called me in the evening. We were in a program. 25,000 audience were there. We were guests there and we exchanged this book. That's the time when I wrote. Few days back, after that, after a few days he called me and then said, you wasted my 1 day. I said, what happened? Same poem I have seen in Malayalam. And he is a precious reader. Eh? He keeps all the magazines. Maybe years old magazines in his shelf. So he was pulling all the periodicals and then in Malayalam, our mother tongue, and then found somebody else wrote similar poem and I remember reading that poem. He said, his brain is too sharp. Beautiful speaker. And he found that that's my own Malayalam poem. First he thought I have stolen his myth, somebody's myth and then translate into English. Then he realized everyone has to read. By reading, not casually. Understood? When you read something, get somewhere else, yeah, I know this should be the feeling you should come. Life is that only when live, L-I-F-E, life, live in full enjoyment. Your life becomes enjoyment only when learn in full enjoyment. Every day evening I should feel that, yeah, I got something today. I can peacefully sleep. Got it? Saraswati becomes happy, Brahma becomes happy, Lakshmi becomes, you become happy. And then what will happen? You will be peacefully sleeping with Shiva, and that is why we call Samadhi is Shiva's business. And I am from Himalayan tradition meditation master. And Swami Rama's design. Physically fit. I don't know how many of you horizontally grew. But I have not grown horizontally for last 40 years. 60 kilogram. If you have a weighing machine, weigh me now. If it is 59 or 61, okay, 1 plus and minus is possible. If it is little more, change the weighing machine. That's my guarantee. No dis-ease in my life. No dis. Why?
Because you are always at ease.
I am always at ease. Why? Sharira manaso yoga paraspara manuprajit adhara adheya bhavena taptajya kadayodiva. Sharira manaso yoga. The mind and the body is such related. You are happy, you become fit. But some people become fit to become happy in the evening. I was teaching yoga somewhere. They said, morning you should come and then you become fit. Evening itself I am fit. No. I think physically becoming strong gives you a lot of emotional fitness. You have severe headache, the lecture becomes boring. Correct? But you have severe headache, go and see some movie. 2 hours you can suspend your headache. After 2 hours, the headache will come back, right? Is there anybody who went to a cinema theater and said, no, I am not able to concentrate because I have tummy problem, stomach problem. But how many of your students in your classroom keep thinking about all the problems? Why? You know the biggest problem, I must have spoken to millions of students, millions of teachers, millions of parents. All of them keep talking. One biggest problem is lack of concentration. Do you agree?
Yes.
Why? Because all the teachers will come on the stage and say, please look at me, please listen to me. Why? Because they know that nobody is looking at them. Correct? Do they look at you? Then why are you asking, please, please? I keep all the teachers a good name. I am also a teacher. All my family are teachers. Who don't get job, they will become teachers in my school. We have a school, aided school. Kerala government has got a good job. I construct a building, I appoint the teachers, government will pay salary. That's called aided system. So we run a school. 1930s we started, my grandfather started a school. And all my brothers, cousins, everybody are teachers. And they are the worst teachers. My brother also will listen to that and say, oh yes, a brother who was my guardian was my social science teacher. Most boring, actually boring. Because it is not the passion, the slogan was passion, right? Ask how many people have got that real passion in teaching. I left my job from Government of India. Exactly 20 years when I get pension, I put my paper saying that Tata bye bye. I am a pensioner. And where did I go? I went to a small village in Kerala, picked up 90 children who are the worst children, where parents and teachers will say they will fail. But anyway, even if they fail, there is a say exam, second appearance, they will pass. Everybody passes today. Examination marks are like, you go and appear in Olympics, you get a record, no? Because nobody runs, everybody here. A plus is a stupid thing today. I was thrown out of a school in the 8th grade being the worst student. Same school I went and gave A plus for all students. 200 children, everybody A plus. I wondered how is it possible. Ask somebody who got A plus in English also. What is the spelling of circle? S-I-R-K-L-E. They also got. Why? The teacher also don't know what is the spelling. Because they also got A plus like this only. See, there are two possible things happens. One in medical college, test and examination. Urine test, urine examination. Ask the doctor, he will watch for. If somebody is sick, will you transfer them to the next ward? Or treat them and then send back home? You treat them, again check the parameter, everything is perfect, 100 out of 100 parameters as per discipline, as per standard, you discharge them, right? School is the only place, even if they fail, they will start scolding them. You imagine some patient goes to your doctor, doctor scolds you. Your maths mark is less. Why are you like this? Will they improve? And what to do? With all the disease from LKG to U kilogram to M kilogram to whatever kilogram to grade 1 to grade 2, grade 3, grade 10. Finished. What government will do? Imagine if everybody fails in 10th class. As per standard of examination, everybody fails in 12th class. India will be in chaos. So colleges, I was part of engineering college. I was executive director of engineering college. I keep saying this is soft jail, where everybody is kept in different classrooms like civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics. You ask if you have any civil engineer, ask them why is it called civil. I asked many of the professors attending my class, civil engineers. They themselves don't know why is it called civil engineer. Do you know? Heard this word civil, right? civil engineering. Why is it called civil engineering? Do you know this? Anybody here? No, why is it called civil engineering?
Because they are working for people.
Because engineering started in military. And their military engineering was electronics, communication, all these engineering, you look at it, started in military applications. And they found there is one engineering which is everybody require, and that is, but today that is not true. Everybody is using communication also, right? But that is the tradition. Nobody knows. Why? You don't ask questions. Without knowing what is civil engineering, people are doing civil engineering. I go for induction training, I ask one boy, come here, why are you taking civil engineering? My mother told me civil engineering is good. Ask, do your mother is a civil engineer? No, her neighbor is a civil engineer. Her ex-boyfriend was a civil engineer. क्या है? You should have an objective and scope. What is that you require? Objective and scope. Next week, on 11th to 18th, I am in Sri Lanka. So when I told I am in Sri Lanka, I am coming there, one of the professor in education told me that you should come to my university and give a lecture on education. I said, what? This is the subject. You know what is the subject? I wrote a book. What do I do is, before I go for a lecture, I write books. So that I know the subject. How do I write books based on the requirements? So I am writing a book on how education has to change in Sri Lanka. How should? Adaptive learning. I wrote a book on adaptive learning in 2007. Adaptive? What is adaptive learning? I keep saying you have a blackboard in the classroom, teachers teaching in the 3-2-1 world. What do I call it as? 3-2-1 world. We are in the 3-2-1 world. Many people talk about 21st century education. Heard this many times?
Yes.
Next generation education. Heard this many times? 21st century is 100 years. Do you think we have to talk about education for 100 years?
No.
Have you not seen change in last 10 years, 5 years? Generation is 20 years. Do we have to talk about education for 20 years? No, we are too late. You know, we have a lot of seminars on SDG. What is SDG? Sustainable. You know what is Sanatana Dharma? What is that? Sanatana Dharma is let Vasudeva Kudumbakam. All that concept is SDG only, right? So I wrote SDG is Sanatana Dharma goals. What is SDG's new policy? 2015 to 2030? 15 years. What is in UNDP? Exactly copied for. Again, you have to reiterate and tell, otherwise people forget after 15 years. Correct? So what do I say? We have IoT, Internet of Things, augmented reality, and then what? Artificial intelligence, 4th generation, industrial revolution, 5G. Do we have to do with, when teachers were using blackboard, we were using a miniature of that small slate with a white chalk. Correct? White pencil on the black slate. Teachers had a bigger version of it. So assume that your classroom is digital. Every student should have a smartphone in hand. How can you expect students doing something else and you only become, and how many of you really used augmented reality, heard about it is different. I was just showing the father just now sitting beside me, I was showing the lion on the stage along with me. Correct? Right. You must work with your gadgets, yeah? All of you send a WhatsApp to me, I'll send you those. I'll teach you how to do that. I'll give you the place where you have to make it and then start operating it in your hands. The other day I went to Kanchi. Kanchi, come here. Kanchi is from your place. Rampur Hut, correct?
Yes.
We met in Delhi. Kanchi said, yes, I want you in her school. I went there. And what was done was, we all teach even today, Tinkle Tinkle Little Star, Oak Tree. What is that tree? LKG, UKG books also have oak tree, right? Yes or no? Have you ever seen oak tree in Bengal?
No.
Why are you teaching that, yeah? Some stupid place, somebody wrote oak tree and you copy that and here oak tree and nobody has seen that oak tree. London Bridges? How many years? It has never fallen down. Why teachers did not ask this question? Where is London Bridge? Who said that? Slap yourself. That poet was writing when it was falling down. You think these 200 years it was still falling. So it is not there. You know, it's when it was falling, the poet wrote a poetry, American people came, picked it up and then installed in Arizona in America. London Bridge is in America. So foolish we are. All of you raise your hands. Raise your hands, yeah. I must know whether you understand my English or not. Raise your hands. Lift your hands up. Lift your hands up. Keep it on your head. Finished. My life is useless. You know, have you ever thought about LKG children sitting in the hall class? Sit there. You are an LKG student. And I am standing here, it's shorter than this. What portion of my body that students are seeing every day from morning till evening? What is the trigonometry you are teaching them? You tell me, is there any grandmother sitting or standing? Grandmother sits, children stand, right?
Yes.
Don't you think the classroom has to change? Yes or no?
Yes.
This is what my book on education policy. So what do? You cannot change all on a sudden. Tinkle Tinkle cannot be left from syllabus because parents will scold you. You know, she runs a school, makes a lot of money, rich girl. All of you can. Because all private schools are for parents. All government schools are for teachers because they get pension, salary, leave, everything, don't have to do their job. But is there any school for children? No. Do you think a child likes to have a tie, coat and then sit there from morning till evening, or do they want to jump and play? These are the chapters, 26 chapters, A to Z. The title itself says ambitious beginning, child's dream in early childhood education, future guide. And then HIJKL, all chapters are with those names only. And then MNOPQRS, TUVWXYZ. Thanks to Professor COVID, because of the COVID, I have got a lot of time to write books. This is my COVID gift. And what did I do? You cannot run away with Tinkle Tinkle. Your brain is still active?
It is always active.
Bangla version.
Good afternoon, all of you.
Bangla version of Tinkle.
In January, DrTPS was there in Rampurat in my school, and he was training all the teachers of my school about how to teach. And one of the activity that he did was, like, we all teach Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. That is the basic poem, right? In playgroup or nursery class, we start with that. Even when we take interview, any teacher who comes, if you ask them, please tell us how you will teach a rhyme, they will start with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, because that is the easiest poem. The first question he asked was, do you know who wrote Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? Any of you know? Any of you know who wrote Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? No. And that was the same answer all my teachers gave, including me. And that is when we realized that we as teachers, we have become robots. We are not asking questions. Whatever we get in the syllabus, whatever we have been taught, we are just delivering those things. We are robots and we are creating robots. without any intelligence of their own. And then Dr. TPS told the teachers, you are teaching them twinkle twinkle little stars. Can they understand? Can they enjoy? Then he told, change, translate this twinkle twinkle little star into your own language, that is Bengali. So should we do that here?
Sing, she will guide you.
Should we do that here? Yes. One by one line. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. The Bengali version? The Bengali version? Yes. Jhikimiki, chotto tara. Right?
Sing what?
Sing. How I wonder what you are. Again loudly. অবাক হয়ে ভাবছি তুমি কে? Up above the world so high. Bengali? Loudly. What does that line? I wonder what you are. Like a diamond in the sky. So can we sing it together? Okay, so can we all stand? Sitting and doing this? Let's do this. I'm singing in English. You all sing it in Bengali.
No, you sing in Bangla.
I sing in Bangla?
Yeah, no English.
Okay. ঝিকিমিকি ছোট্ট তারা অবাক হয়ে তাকি তুমি কেমন Then next line. Actually, I'm not very good at Bengali. Up above the world so high. পৃথিবীর চেয়ে উপরে
Go ahead. You send me a WhatsApp, I'll send you the link. മിന്നും താരകമേ എന്തത്ഭുതമാണീ ദൃശ്യം മീതെ മാനത്ത് വൈഡൂര്യം പോൽ മിന്നുന്നു. In Kerala, Malayalam. Mirsu Akasham Lu in Telugu. You want to learn many languages? Kids can learn many languages, multiple languages. You want to learn the method of teaching language? I'll tell you there. What is that? Repeat. There. Here. Where? Only learn these three words, you can live anywhere in the world. Where? Tea. Where? Water. Immediately water will come. Correct? And somebody will not bring it to you, they'll say, there, go there and pick it. So what is that to be learned? To learn living? Here, there, where? You can come to Kerala, Ivade, Avade, Evide, Inge, Ange, Enge. So you learn Tamil, you learn Malayalam. Now Karnataka, Kannada, Ikkade, Akkade, Ekkade, Illi, Alli, Elli, Idhar, Udhar, Kidhar. Kya simple hai language. Now Bangla you teach me. Kidhar? See how similar is language. It is hard for you at this age to learn, but language skill development comes from age 3 to grade 3. Which grade? So my concept of education for age 3 to grade 3 is grandma, child care, Shiksha, Gurukula. What am I doing? Next week I am there in Rupnarayanpur, through whom Masuda I met Gitanjali. Through Masuda I met the West Bengal contacts are all through Masuda, who is there in Rupnarayanpur. Where from Bhutan people are coming to learn grandma, child care, Shiksha, Gurukula. What is that we do? Vertical mixing of students. You know, communication is not learned when you put all the age 3 in one class, age 4 in another classroom. because they don't have great knowledge. How many of you have got only one child? Raise your hand. Okay, how many of you have got two children? Have you seen those two children at different age play together? Learn a lot, share a lot. Correct? So assume you put your age 3 student with a class 3 student who is at age 6, their interaction becomes, the elder fellow will become responsible, the younger fellow will learn much more. Are you getting? I can't change the education system in India, but I can change few teachers who are ready to change, few management, few educators who can change, some change in the classroom, at least one day in a week, do a vertical mixing. Don't teach them, allow them to learn. Understood what I'm saying? Don't teach them, but allow them to learn. I will tell you after a few weeks of this practice, they will come and tell you, we don't want to sit in the regular class. All of you start writing one column. What is in today's classroom you have? And another column, is that really what a student requires? When I was in America, I went there, I had got the whole pan-India people there, different languages. And you know, one of the biggest problem, all the people who settled in America, those who are from Bangla, their children don't understand Bengali, reading, writing, because they don't have to learn it, right? And they feel that, no, my mother tongue is not given to my child. And one of the biggest problem most of the Indian students in America is, I have only one father, but my classmate has got 3-4 fathers. The culture is entirely different, right? They are lavish. They have a lot of people at home. But they don't even have the mother tongue with them. And the parents will come and say, I tried my level best for last 10 years, it's not happening. I said, don't worry, come to my camp, 150 children in a church. I was conducting a camp. I said, by Wednesday. The meeting was on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 days. After 3 days, all your children will write at least their name, parents' name, native place, all these they will write in their mother tongue. I asked, how do you teach all this? They are from Kashmir to Kanyakumari to Gujarat to Bangla. Do you know all these languages? I said, don't worry, I will make them to learn. Nobody need to teach, they will learn. The world is such, no, everybody can learn everything on internet. Correct? So what did I do? I told them, Wednesday Tribune newspaper fellow is coming. Who is coming? Newspaper fellow is coming. There will be a board. And whoever can write, their picture will come in the newspaper, Wednesday. Now every mother started teaching their children. 3 days they learned the mother tongue. So what is not there? Intention is not there. Passion is not there. Objective is not there. Therefore no scope. Now after 12th, lot of admission in engineering college, medical college, everybody keeps, I get 100 messages per day. Which subject has scope? I said no subject has scope. The scope is in you. You start learning, you get better scope. So earlier I stopped somewhere. After my retirement, I went to a small village, picked up 8th grade children where parents and students said, no scope. These are all useless children. I said, give it to me. I took them to Goa to teach. They were from Malayalam medium, mother tongue medium. Normal government schools. I taught them no. I gave them courage to speak English. First what you require is not knowledge. What is that you require? Courage to speak English by taking them to Goa beach. In Goa beach, a lot of people from abroad will be there, right? Poorest of the poorest with only 5 centimeters on top, less than that on bottom. Algebra and geometry. And these young kids, 8th grade children, I picked up 8th grade because I was thrown out from 8th grade. My focus is always 8th grade. So I told them, come, I'll teach you how to speak English. 90 of them, 45 girls, 45 boys on Goa beach. They enjoyed. Look at every person there, ask them, where are you from? And they said, Czechoslovakia. They will write it. Then how did I ask? Make them confident of talking. It is written in Malayalam. Where are you from? Where are you from? They will read in Malayalam. Understood? Ask this to 10 people, they will learn that language. Language learning is not by reading, not by writing, by speaking. In 3 days, they could communicate to any language, anybody in the world without much difficulty. Now we have problem. Language learning, arithmetic skill. I am a mathematician. Mathematics becomes so simple for you. What? Stop? Want me to stop?
No, you cannot.
When you stand, I am scared. Stop. Don't buy Indian scale, buy only Chinese scale, right? Because it becomes flexible like this. Right? Buy 4 scales like this. And then connect them. You have one hole in one corner. Have you seen? Punch it and make 2 holes in both sides. And put a nut and bolt. That's only what I have done. So this becomes a square. The perimeter of a square, do you have to teach or they know? Because 4 scales, 4 feet, finished. You don't have to teach them. Becomes so simple, right? Correct or not? Now put another scale here, it becomes 2 triangles. So 2 triangle becomes a... Understood? Put a thread or something here and divide that. So 2 triangle is formed. 2 triangles will give them 1 square. That is why it becomes half BH. This is B, this is H, half BH is the area of it. Now, if you come here when I really require, it doesn't go because her perimeter is bigger than this perimeter. Now what do? Change the perimeter without changing I can change the perimeter. So circle has got a bigger perimeter than square. Are you getting? Now this also will not go. Bigger perimeter. Now what do? Stretch it little, becomes a ellipse. Are you getting what I'm saying? So this is what you learn in shape. Mathematics have not to be taught in classroom by looking at the book in the board. Create it. You can all do this. Look at what simply you can learn. Mathematics can be just learned like this. Chemistry can be just learned like this. Physics can be learned like this. When I get to my old home where I am hailing from, 200-year-old house in my village is mine. That's the oldest of the oldest house. My 8th class, 9th class teacher will come and teach my students who are in engineering. Are you getting? My 8th class, 9th class teacher is teaching whom now? The engineering students, because we understand these engineering students are much lower standard than what traditionally we were in 8th grade. You have to be creative. You have to be every teacher has to be creative. This book cannot be used as it is. But for that, what do you need? You have to have a child with full energy, knowledge. And that comes from the way you eat. So I have a book on, I am from an Ayurvedic family. Pregnancy and what care you have to take. What food is to be taken. What you eat during the time. You are what you are eating. You are what you eat. The subject is called microbiotics and macrobiotics. Agree? So your food has got a lot of relation on how do you behave, your mental stability. And CBSE has made a rule that every school should have and every teachers have, every BEd also has educational psychology. But that is for writing exam. But practically, how do you do this? So I have 2 books. Ranjini, stand up please. She is the chairperson for the mental care India and the education officer for her. She is from KOLKATA. And we are doing pan-India lot of activities for up to 7th grade. How parents and teachers have to do this. The book for that. And this is for the adolescents. How to take care of your children. And now we have got another contract in the, can I say this? Karnataka Open University is trying to put that as a certificate program. This is the textbook which I wrote for them. There is lot of requirement of changing the system in the new style. New education policy will not change. What is to be done? People like this have to come out and then say that we need a change. I keep listening. What happens in NCERT? What happens in CBSE? How many lectures are there? The other day also there was a 4 hours workshop. I listened all throughout lecture. But what I have seen is nothing new. So you have to think how to make our life simple. Is another book which I wrote, Life Made Simple. Age 3, ask the child who is the great person in the world. The child will say, my mother is the great person in the world. When they become 6 years, you ask them, they'll tell my KG teacher is the greatest person in the world. But when they become 8th grade, you ask them who is the worst person in the world, they will say my teachers are the worst fellows. And they become teenage, you ask them, they will say my father is useless. I don't know how he is adjusting with the mother. It takes another 30 years. The child has to become 34 years when probably much earlier than you have a child and you would send them to KG and then you realize my mother was great. Understood? There is no point in, you cannot redo that. So what is required is understand how the mind works. Mind matters. All of you have to be well aware of what India is. What is the tradition which we have? What is the purpose of life? But don't do away with how the world is developing. So play with all the tools around you. Be creative. Don't think that teachers are mugging up and learning and then putting it forward. No. You are all representing Brahma and Saraswati. Every teacher has to be a Brahma, creative person by yourself. All of you have to be poets. All of you have to have drama. I want 5 smart ladies on the stage now. Not you. Smart ladies, you sit here. Come on, come fast. 6, yeah, come fast. 6, 5, come on. You see, all of you think I am smart, but you don't want to come to stage or what? Come. No principals.
Okay.
Smartest. No, I am not saying. If you are smart, you can come.
They're not principals, that's why.
No, I don't care that designation what you have. No, that is not important. You are not a principal here. You are a person who is attending the program. Keep the phone somewhere hands free. Hands free. Yeah, let them try. Try. Now add one more person. They know the trick. One more. Come. Now she got thrilled. If she had just to see. Come on. Do it. Try. You will not become successful. Keep on trying. Yeah, cross it.
নানান চমকপ্রদ অনুষ্ঠান সেমিনার নিয়ে তারা আসতে চলেছে। শিক্ষা সাগর সেমিনার হলো এরপর
Yeah, among 3 people who have got buddhi, 1 person who doesn't have buddhi comes finished. Not like that. Same. It's a very simple problem. Is it a simple problem? 3 people could do it, 4 could not do it. Yeah, it's nice to laugh when somebody is not able to do, but you can't do it, right? Thank you. Even 100 people you can do it, 1,000 people you can do it. But why did I ask 3? 3 they could resolve the problem. Simple problems can be, when 3 simple, but 4th it became difficult. But some more time I'm sure you will invent yourself. So all life problems are like this. Understood? When you have more complication, what is to be done? Split into
Smaller groups.
but we don't do that. Our manas keep on, we always keep saying I am in a problem, and the time they couldn't solve, what happens? When somebody wins, the other person doesn't solve, the tension increases. When your emotion becomes great, buddhi doesn't work. Are you getting what I'm saying? Your buddhi normally works, but when you are feeling, that's why when you get angry, you say, 100 times I told you. No, 100 times you didn't tell, only 2 times you told. Because the number system also doesn't work when we get angry. Understood? So what is to be done? Be in ease. It's easy to say but doesn't become practical. It also depends on your acidity, adrenaline, what produces. A lot of biochemistry will make you to feel like that. Difficult. So you need Sharira Manaso Yoga. When it happens from age 3 to age 7, it's a time of emotional controls. Assume that time you have not given a lot of freedom. In the whole life you will suffer. And we had a lot of problems because of during COVID, people were not able to mingle. So now they have come to the 7th grade, 8th grade, a lot of tension today. And that doesn't stop. Even in the engineering, medical field, which is the best medical college in India? AIMS. When I was in Delhi 2007 to 2009, I was counting number of doctors who were students of AIMS committing suicide. It was 47 in a year. Can you imagine? That is the highest when we are not happy there also. Why is it happening? Because from childhood what we carry is a big dogma which comes into us. We need a change. That is the responsibility of each of the teachers. So teachers, I asked you who is a teacher. There is a saying, a station master, repeat, a station master. Who is a station master? Railway. Station master minds the trains. Have you heard of this? A station master, a school master trains the minds. What is the difference between a station master and a school master? So you are not teaching maths, physics, chemistry, English, language, poetry. Your job is to make them from an individual to a citizen. From an individual to a citizen. I want is up to 3 years at home. Everybody fits. But from 3 years, they must understand that I am a social being. I want to make a lot of different things. I have to start giving things. I have to learn from somebody. All these have to be understood very carefully. I can go on and on. But the 3-2-1 world is not the world where knowledge is to be given, but questions to be asked. So how much more time we have? Yeah. No rest. No, I don't believe in rest. There is nothing called rest. Because my lectures are not physically tiring. I am a meditation master. If you keep an electroencephalograph, my brain is not working. Understood? Is it boring for you? You have any questions to ask? You have any questions to ask? I will take 3 questions and stop. You have any question? You want to do something else now?
No, that's a small piece of program for small children. So you can.
Yeah, anybody has got some 2 questions, then I'll stop.
Sir, I have one.
Yeah, wonderful. No, sir, Dr. TPS. Sir is not there. No prefix, no suffix.
I know you are not mindful.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Dr. TPS, already we were talking there. Sir, in a traditional classroom,
Yeah.
and in an unconventional setting, I think I am audible. My voice.
Audible. Good enough. Let us not waste time. Yeah.
Noise at time.
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is that in an unconventional setting or in a conventional setting,
Yeah.
how we can make a student responsible beyond self, which I was telling, no, that it's very, very important that he usually becomes a selfish person, thinking in the rat race he has to win. But ultimately, when he wins, he remains a rat only. But everywhere he is told he has to be in competition, win over. And the entire peer also pressure builds up on the kid today. Whatever NEP you bring, but ultimately the pressure doesn't go. And what comes out is lot of other things in life, because being in higher education, we find it difficult that the kids becomes addicted. Sometimes they come from different types of family setting, but ultimately he is not actually looking within. How kids should be taught to look within.
I got his question, his lecture, during the session also, the word which caught me is responsible. We have been creating a system in which people only react. You know what is reacting? Even when I ask you, take my number, send a message, no. When you contact immediately, when you meet a person, getting his number, contacting him, is responsible. Understood what I'm saying? You know Dr. TPS is coming. How many of you know that Dr. TPS is coming? How many of you have sent me a message collecting my number from internet? Welcome to West Bengal, I will meet you at this center. Tell me how many of you have done that. Doing that is your responsibility. Minimum thing I am saying. If you are all, I came to Kolkata many times and the program is how to market life insurance corporation. I am also an MBA doing corporate training programs for people make a lot of money. Okay, half day lecture gives me 1 lakh rupees by insurance company. $1 million round table, MDRT. They do $1 million business, then only they become a member. 700 of them, that was my last. And that happens in ITC. Understood? You know what happens? They will immediately send a message. Welcome to Bengal. All the people from Bengal. We don't respond. We don't even react sometimes. Are you getting what I'm saying? Huh? Are you getting? Hey. Get out of the class. Go out. Take your luggage. Go. Go.
But why Dr. TPS?
One drop. Sit down. Sit down. That is response. Understood what I'm saying? No hours of lecture can make you to realize it. Next neighbor who is sitting beside you did not raise her voice for you. She brought you here, right? Understood the difference?
I have something to say.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, what we have to learn is what we are. हमें कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Whoever bothered. Okay, we are more selfish. They only concentrate about myself. See, when he told her something, get out from here. We are the. It's a joke. It's just tell her to get out. And everyone won't टक्कर लेगा. Doctor, Sashi, impossible. नहीं तो हमको भी बाहर निकाल देगा. But there was one. So this is what is education. Okay, I will make you bored. If I come up there, sir knows me very well. Okay, so I'll give back to sir. But just one line. Just remember one thing. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. What does it mean? Like, you know, एक बड़ा इंसान बनो. But people don't like वो इंसान कैसा है? खड़ूस है. Next, remember, একটা ভালো মানুষ. And this is Bengal. This is why we call it Sonar Bangla. It's not because এখানটা মাটি থেকে রগড়লে and সোনা বেরোবে. Impossible. কিন্তু আছে. And दावे के साथ कह सकता हूँ that this is Sonar Bangla. Just like Kerala, we say God's own country. Why? We are lacking in values. And this is where National Education Forum comes into the scene. It's just, I'm just getting a slight, we say no, Jalwa. See, Sir was telling us about National Education Forum. So many avenues. I take some of your time, sir.
It's not my time, it's
Okay,
your time.
I'm taking some because it's the need of the hour. When you teach, what is a teacher? He can be a kalakar, he can be anything. Get into that mood. Over here, all of you. What do you want? Oh, what have you come here for? But I'm sure money. Right? Number 2, growth. I want to become big, enormous growth. Number 3, recognition. People will recognize me. And the last,